I'm on my last day of a cruise and I'm spilling all the Amazon items I packed that actually made my trip easier, comfier, and more organized. From a game-changing new piece of luggage to toiletries and some clothing pieces that my family and I could not live without. You're gonna wanna see this before your next cruise. We're gonna start today with a couple of luggage and new bags that I have. You guys are going to absolutely love this carry-on size suitcase from Hank. I love this green color. Isn't it so incredibly gorgeous? Now, this particular carry-on size rollerboard has a laptop compartment and really super strong wheels. My husband tested it on the way over to Japan and he's been really super happy with it. I'm also loving this gold formal night. I call it my formal night purse, but really I wear it all the time out to dinners. I have a pair of shoes that have a little gold buckle on them, and this just matches perfectly. I love the shoulder strap. It holds just enough, and it has been absolutely my go-to. Now I've been alternating it with item number 3, which is this really cute fringe purse. The purse is kind of petite. It has a really pretty striped lining or interior. I find it to be airport friendly, even though it has fringe on it. I know it's a little extra, but it holds just the essentials like my wallet, passports, lipstick, things like that, car keys, whatever you need, and it can be used for home and for travel. So I have a question for you. What are some of your favorite luggage and travel bag brands for a cruise? Are you one of those loyal people who buys the same brands year after year, or do you try new things all the time? I'd love to know. You'll have to drop me a comment down below. Let's move on to some toiletry and beauty items. Check out this new item from Sol de Janeiro. This is called the Rio Radiance Continuous Spray. It is a sunscreen. And you guys, this smells like Sol de Janeiro's Shea Rosa 87, but it also has a high SPF. The continuous spray on this is top notch too. So if you like a really good smelling sunscreen and you're familiar with Sol de Janeiro's scents, you're gonna love this one. I also picked up this Panama Jack sunscreen that's more for the whole family. This one has a lower SPF, but you can get it in higher SPFs. It covers well and it smells really nice too. Next up, this is kind of a fun one. I got the Mega Babe Thigh Rescue. This one is a nice little kind of deodorant style roll-on that's an anti-chafing preventer. It prevents those rashes that you can get on your legs. And honestly, you guys, we are on a cruise to Japan. It has been exceptionally hot. The kind of heat where you're like dripping sweat down your back during every single shore excursion. And this kind of preventive product is absolutely critical. So it's super helpful when combined with one of the clothing items that I'm going to share with you a little bit later. Next up is an item I picked up on the ship, but I found on Amazon for you guys. It's called the Stream to Sea Daily Hydration BB Cream. What I love about this is it's only 2 ounces. It has an SPF 20. It's totally reef safe in case you're going snorkeling or doing something where you need a reef safe sunscreen. And it's kind of like a combination of a makeup and a sunscreen. It's paraben free, eco friendly, and has kind of a neutral tint. Really nice and nourishing. And I've been combining it with my other go to foundations. This next item, I'm a little embarrassed to share with you guys. We picked it up the very last minute before our cruise, and it's Gold Bond good old-fashioned anti-itch foot powder. But we've been using this for so much more. So we started off using it for our long flight. We actually sprinkled a little bit of this in the airport into our shoes before we got on the flight. We were dealing with a 13-hour flight and a very long bit of time at the airport. And I got to tell you guys, this was so nice. It's very cooling, helps keep your feet dry and fresh. And it's one of those things I probably will never travel without now. These disposable toothbrushes are so funny. They're very tiny. They have a little teeny tiny ampule of toothpaste in them. And you just brush without water if you'd like to, or you could use some water. These are great for the airport and for really long travel days when maybe you're not going to have access to your toothbrush because it's packed away in your bag. They're so handy. And I just keep a few of them in this little Ziploc bag. Next up, I invested in this Kitsch soap bar. I don't love how fast it melted, but if you like a soap bar that has a really nice mild scent, has a little tiny bit of a cherry scent, it was a very nice new product to try. I'll probably just stick with a plain old bar of Dove in the future, but it was really good. You all asked me to review 2 very specific, let's call them soap cases or soap storage solutions. One of them is called the Matador. This little guy is waterproof and it has a sealing roll top. Think of it as like a dry bag for your soap. It's leak proof, it has flexible fabric, it molds to just about any size of soap bar, and it's ultra lightweight. I've really been enjoying this one. Somebody also suggested that I try this little mesh bag. At first, I thought it was just a carrying bag. It's actually for your shampoo and conditioner bar, and specifically, it's designed to wrap around your wrist and make it easier to keep a grip on your shampoo and conditioner bars when you are applying them. Who knew this even existed? I'm so thankful for our community for sharing new things. You guys have to let me know. If there's anything you ever want me to try, drop it down below because these Amazon hauls are going to be a frequent part of our channel and we'd love to honor your requests whenever we can. Let's move on to some health and germ fighters. We're on over a 3-week adventure in Japan and I was mortified about getting sick. I'm thinking that some of these items might be working because knock on wood, you guys. Knock on wood, so far, so good. The first item, you may have heard of this before. This is a classic. I think my mom told me about this like 20 years ago. I think you pronounce it oscillococcinum. If anybody knows the pronunciation, let me know. But this is like a flu relief, little sugar tablet type of a thing that you just pop into your mouth. And you're supposed to use it if you start to feel symptoms of body ache, headache, fever, chill, fatigue. Has 30 doses in it. And we actually decided we were going to kind of use it preventively because it's homeopathic. And so far, so good. I've been loving it. I know it's a little pricey, but you can get it pretty cheap on Amazon. So I've linked to a multi-pack. We also really like the brand Nozin or Nozin for their protective products. And we got these things called pop swabs. They're perfect for flights and they keep the liquid right inside of the little ampule. You just pop it open and then you rub it inside your nose before your flight. Similarly, this Nozin menthol nose ointment, try saying that 3 times fast. Nozin menthol nose ointment. See, I told you it's really hard to say. It is wonderful. It has kind of a fresh scent. You can apply it with the, like your pinky finger, just rub it a little bit on the inside of the nose, or you can apply it with a Q-tip. Just be careful. You don't want to inhale this stuff. You want to let it sit in the surface of your nose, but try not to suck it into your lungs. It doesn't feel good. I accidentally got a little too much up there and that kind of burned my nasal passages. So be careful about that. I do have an honorable mention in the germ fighter category from last video, and it's the toothbrush sanitizer that you guys may remember from our last video. This thing's great. My husband has been using it every day. So what germ fighters do you pack when you travel or cruise? Do you have anything that you totally swear by? If you do, let me know down in the comments. Let's talk about some travel essentials that are new. Okay, my favorite one has to be these new magnetic hooks. You guys, these are genius. They're super strong magnetic hooks. The reason they're a little bit different is because they actually have 2 little prongs that hang down on them. But what you need to know and be very careful about is that they're ultra, ultra strong magnets. And so when you're traveling with them, if you're going to take more than one, you need to put something between them so that you can get them apart. I had a really hard time separating them at home. And I've learned my lesson, but they've been fantastic for hanging things on the wall because cruise ship cabin walls are metal. We love this little hack. Also, I got the Brewmate Rav. This is a totally leak-proof travel cup. You can use it for cold liquids or hot liquids. It does not have a straw. I wanted one without a straw so I could travel with it and slide it under the airport seat in front of me if it's going in my carry-on bag, and it's been wonderful. Also, Tide Evo. Have you guys ever seen these little pods? They are amazing for doing laundry on a cruise ship. You get 20 of them in a box, and the great thing about them is you can travel with them, but then you can also use them at home when you're doing laundry. They're super gentle on your skin, and they are totally fragrance-free. I loved using these on my princess ship. Now I gotta know, do you do laundry on a cruise ship, or are you team wait and do it at home? These Tide pens have also been a lifesaver. They are TSA compliant. You just need to make sure you press on them a little bit to release the stain liquid. We've actually found that they erase our stains. You think of a spot remover as something you put on and then put in the wash, but I've actually found that they erase the stains. Super small, compact, easy to travel with, and an absolute must. Brand new to me, these clip-on razor blade covers are super cool. They're actually dishwasher safe, which is interesting, and they fit over the top of most men's and women's razors and help keep your fingers safe when you reach into your bag. Really, really cool, especially if you're traveling with kids and you want to protect your kids. I got a 2-pack of this hair tie organizer. I think it's a little bulky, but it's nice if you're the kind of person who always loses your hair tie like I do. I always find them like between the couch and the side table. Can you relate? Oh my gosh, it's so bad. So these have been great. I brought this with me on my travels and I've actually put little bobby pins in there too. Let's talk about a few fashion items. Remember when I was talking about that anti-chafe roll-on that I was using earlier? I've been pairing it with these adorable slip shorts. These are not a shapewear item. They are just something you simply pull on under, say, for example, a dress or a skirt to help prevent chafing. They have been a total lifesaver, and I've also used them in combination with the Gold Bond powder. Sprinkle a little Gold Bond powder in there, and they are an absolute lifesaver. I also bought another pair of these joggers. You guys might remember these from years ago. I wear them in a size large. I size up in them, and they're a great pant for flights or for those morning coffee runs on a cruise ship. These off-whitish sunglasses are nice little inexpensive finds if you want to add a little pop of fashion to your cruise wardrobe without breaking the bank. They've been great for me on this cruise, and they come in a nice little carrying case that you can also use to clean the sunglasses. I got to do an honorable mention for a past feature. Do you guys remember the Skechers white sneakers? I have worn them to death on this cruise. They are to die for. Amazing. Worn them with dresses. I've worn them with shorts. I've worn them with pants. I've worn them with everything. I can't wait to get them home and put them in the washing machine though, because we wore them in Shimizu at the base of Mount Fuji where there's like volcanic black sand and they got a little bit dirty, like the kind of dirty that I couldn't do anything about on the cruise. So I'm excited to wash them at home. But if you've been thinking about these, if they're in your cart, buy them. Couple of men's items. We have a super breathable polo that my husband has been wearing on repeat. He's actually making it his flight outfit on this trip. We also have a linen shirt for men that my son has been wearing and a stretch dress shirt for men. These are super packable, you guys, all three of these. Very packable, travel friendly, wrinkle resistant. I know they're all in the same olivey color. It's just a coincidence. I'm sorry about that, but they're fantastic. So for my boys out there, a couple of items for you. For me, I got this beautiful new off-white sweater that's really nice for a flight. Didn't end up needing it on the way over here, but there have been a couple of chilly nights on the ship when I've popped it over a dress, and it's so elegant and so pretty, and it's very, very soft. And finally, lastly, these adorable new pajamas that I got. They're kind of fun. They're like a short set. I sized up and got them in a large because I like my jammies kind of loose. I'm sure you can relate to that too. Do you like your pajamas to fit like comfy and jammy like? All right. All of those are the Amazon Cruise Essentials I packed that made my trip so much easier, you guys, so much more enjoyable. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, for more cruise tips, packing hacks, travel must-haves. And I'd love to hear from you. What is one item you cannot cruise without? And what do you want me to review in the future? Drop it in the comments below. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye-bye.